This is the Z95B, Panasonic's latest flagship OLED that redefines what's possible for home entertainment. Dressed in a fresh, modern design with a new cutting-edge display, a new cooling system, and of course, Hollywood-calibrated picture and sound, it's our most advanced TV yet, and I'm a huge fan of the modern new look. At the core of the Z95B is the primary RGB Tandem OLED panel. A mouthful to say, but a major leap forward from last year's micro-lens array panel. Unlike traditional OLEDs, this next-gen panel employs a 4-layer emission structure, splitting into separate red and green layers and adding in 2 new deep blue layers. The result is a boost in light efficiency, delivering up to 40% brighter picture and a wider color gamut for richer, more vibrant images. However, this unprecedented new level of brightness comes with a compromise. You need to be able to manage the heat. That's where Panasonic's thermal flow cooling comes in. The Z95B cooling system has been completely redesigned, taking inspiration from the aerodynamic principles of race car design. Now, this new design repositions the top speakers and woofer for a more efficient airflow and replaces the cutout panel design from previous years into a completely flush back from top down. This reduces the need for aggressive ABL, so bright scenes stay consistently bright for longer. Perfect for HDR content or where you've got a similarly bright image on screen for longer periods of time, like movies about penguins or winter sports like ice hockey. So, whether you're watching a full-length HDR movie or gaming for hours, the Z95B stays consistently bright, which is a huge advantage over other brands. Now, Panasonic has long been the choice of Hollywood professionals, and the Z95B continues in that legacy. So under the hood is the HCX Pro AI processor Mark II, which automatically adjusts picture and sound settings based on the genre of content that you're watching, so you'll get the best picture and sound without actually having to go through and change settings all the time. It also has advanced upscaling for older, low-res content with gradation smoothing to reduce banding and exceptional noise reduction. Panasonic is also one of the only brands to support every major HDR format. So, no matter where you get your content from, you're guaranteed to see it in the best possible format, which is something that many of the other major brands don't actually do. Now, something that's especially important to me is sound. It's half the experience, and straight out of the box, the Z95B absolutely delivers with Soundscape 360 Pro, a 7.1 channel audio system that's already built directly into the TV and tuned by Technics Hi-Fi. It features a 30-watt built-in woofer for deep, punchy bass, which is 10 watts more than last year's model, and a front-firing full-array speaker system on the front, as well as side and up-firing speakers that project sound all around the room with full support for Dolby Atmos, creating a 3D soundstage that really brings the action to life for movies and sport. Now this year, along with moving the top speakers to a wider position, it also sees an improvement to the upmix algorithm, creating a virtual rear speaker soundstage, which I have to say is actually pretty amazing for the sound that you get from this TV straight out of the box without any other components. As far as I'm concerned, nothing comes anywhere near the sound of the Z95B. Then, if you want even more punch, you can actually plug in an active subwoofer directly into the TV. No need for a soundbar to get epic sound. Now, gamers get all the same high-spec features as last year as well, with AMD FreeSync Premium and NVIDIA G-Sync support for consoles up to 120 or up to 144 Hz for PCs. This means that no tearing frames, just smooth images, and depending on your game, you also get Dolby Vision support in that high refresh rate as well. So I don't have to choose between Dolby's color tone mapping and 60 Hz or a high refresh rate. And of course, the game dashboard gives you quick, easy access to all your gamer-specific settings, so you can adjust preferences on the fly. One that I use all the time is switching the sound mode from FPS for action games to RPG when I'm playing something with a bit more of a storyline. Overall, the biggest changes this year, and what I think really matters, start with the panel. There's a very clear difference in the picture between the primary RGB Tandem OLED and the MLA panel from last year, which when you put them side by side playing the same content is something that I noticed very quickly. The unique advantage though for Panasonic is the thermal flow cooling, which allows the Z95B to drive for a much brighter picture for longer compared to other brands using similar panel technology. Paired with Hollywood-tuned color accuracy and the HDX processor's AI-based upscaling and gradation smoothing, it really does stand out from the competition for picture and sound. The new design, I think, is also a real win too, with the fabric cover that visually separates the speakers from the bottom of the panel, and now it's a completely flush back, which looks all the more seamless if you're mounting it on the wall. Plus, the power cable is now a 3-pin cable, which is detachable. So if you're an installer and you want to go for a longer one when you're mounting it on the wall, or for a power socket that's further away, all you need to do is just replace the cable and push it through the wall, which is nice. Now, it's not new, but I really enjoy the Fire TV operating system with Alexa built in. It's convenient and easy to use hands-free, which is something that I do often with a shared living and dining or kitchen space. And if I don't want to search for the remote to get to what I want or integrate into my smart home, it's pretty seamless to be able to control the lights, the heat pump, with just simple voice commands. Or you can set up routines to control stuff that you use more often. There's also a bunch of featured routines inside the Alexa platform to get you started, so it's pretty cool. Finally, there are 3 sizes this year: 55, 65 and 77 inch. So now you can have the best sound with the best picture in the biggest size available, which is something that last year's model with MLA wasn't available in 77 inch. Well, that's it for me. If you are looking for more information, check out Panasonic.com or have a look at some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.